In the past half hour, the All Blacks have not long ago named their team to take on England in this weekend's highly anticipated test at Twickenham. A couple of young stars have been given the nod to play in the biggest test of their burgeoning careers, with the match expected to rival the pressure cooker atmosphere of a World Cup final. Rugby reporter Joe Porter joins us live now from our Wellington studio. Hi Joe, Jack Goodhue starts at centre alongside Sonny Bill Williams. Is he now the All Blacks' first choice centre?
Well, it would appear that way. It looks like he's usurped Ryan Crotty as the All Blacks' first choice centre alongside Sonny Bill Williams, their first choice second five. So what we're looking at this weekend could well be the starting centre pairing for next year's World Cup. Jack Goodhue has recovered from glandular fever to take his spot and push Ryan Crotty to the bench. So a big mark of respect for the young man, and he faces his biggest challenge this weekend in what will be a real pressure cooker atmosphere, like you said, at Twickenham.
And Damian McKenzie at fullback. What's Steve Hanson's reasoning there, do you think?
Yeah, well, they like to have two playmakers on the field at any one time to give the likes of Beauden Barrett at first five, I guess, a bit of a breather, a chance to recover and take some weight off his shoulders when things get a little bit tough. The English forwards are likely to slow down the ball at the breakdown and really put some pressure on the All Blacks on defence. So it gives a guy like Beauden Barrett, when the All Blacks forward pack aren't going forward, an option in Damian McKenzie to help, I guess, spread the load and break some of the game-breaking potential and be a playmaker and direct the team around the field. So it helps ease some of that load, and also he's spectacular under the high ball, and the All Blacks can expect plenty of high kicks from the English this weekend, that's for sure.
So 80,000 fans expected at Twickenham. That is massive. Why is this game so big?
Well, 2017, the English team had won 18 matches in a row to match the All Blacks' unbeaten run set in previous years, and of course the All Blacks were unbeaten that year too, so everyone was desperate to see the top two teams in the world clash. A year later, the English aren't quite as strong as they were, but it's still a match that's been highly anticipated for a long time. It's been 4 years since these two teams have met. At Twickenham was the last time, another very close game. It just really brings about a lot in the New Zealand fans. There's a nervousness about this match at Twickenham. It is a huge game, and it will replicate what will likely be a World Cup playoff next year. So a lot on the line for an All Blacks team that's looked good this year but not perfect, and in a pressure cooker situation like this, it will replicate the World Cup next year. So it'll be great to see how this All Blacks team responds to that kind of environment.
We're almost out of time, Joe, but Joe Moody's eye injury looks spectacular in the pictures. Is it as bad as it looks?
Yeah, he's had 3 layers of stitches. He's had a big scratch on his eyelid, and of course he's lost half of it essentially, so he needs to take 6 weeks out now and have some surgery to fix that eyelid and make sure it comes back to full shape, because it is essentially, like Steve Hanson said, the window washer for the eye, and if there's some permanent damage there, it could really affect his long-term vision. So poor old Joe Moody's had a rough year with injury, and he misses this test as well. Poor bugger can't catch a break.
Oh no, that sounds gruesome. Thanks very much. That's Joe Porter there.